How you doing? How are you? Charlie Anthony. I'm here with the Charlie in the Morning Show. Thank you for being here. There we go. I'm not so happy with this camera, to tell you the truth. You want to throw some lights on, Chitty? I want to get an older camera we used to use. It was a better camera. I don't love this one. Okay. We're going to talk about some of the real facts over here. First of all, let's follow up with the story. Okay? I'm still a little bit annoyed by the whole thing, so we're going to allow the saga to continue. Saul Casson called up. He says, "My name is Saul Casson. I'm the grandson of the chief rabbi. And he wants to complain to me about an episode of my show wherein I let his cousin, Stephen Sorcha, who's employed by Image Magazine, know how I feel very clearly and publicly about Stephen Sorcha poaching upon my customers. The minute an ad goes out, he's their first phone call. They're all excited. They sent out an ad, and they got to hear from this putz. Hi, this is Steve Sorcha. What about Image Magazine? You want to buy an ad? No, they don't want to buy an ad. They ran an ad to do business, not to hear from an advertising salesman. Stephen. I spoke to Stephen nicely. I treated him like a human being. My mistake. Like a gentleman, I treated him. For 4 years. But for 4 years, he gave me his word it would stop, and then he didn't stop. This is what went on. Okay? So now we went after him publicly with consequences, as we do on the Charlie in the Morning Show. And then we heard from his cousin Saul Casson, who's the grandson of the chief rabbi. That's how he introduces himself. And I later responded in yesterday's episode that I would love for them to have me go to the chief rabbi's house. He's a lovely man. I enjoy him very much. I enjoy his wife very much. And I will take out the Chumash and swear on the Chumash that every word I'm saying about the boy Sorcha is true. And I use the word boy very generously. And I want to see the Sorcha boy, let me hear him say that his rebuttal that it's not true is true. On the Chumash. And then we'll see who's the liar and who's the mess over here. Only because he ruins it for everybody, himself included. Nobody wants to buy ads when the response is 20 guys trying to sell you ads. You're going to kill the whole industry out of your desperation and stupidity. Now I realize I'm not even going to wait. As soon as the chief rabbi comes back from Israel, I'm going to call the meeting to go to his house. I'm not going to wait for these two bozos. I'm going to drag them into his house. I'm going to call for the meeting. Okay? Because I have issues with both of these clowns. First issue is Sorcha giving his word for 4 years in a row and not abiding by it. That's the first issue. I want his grandfather to know what's going on with this boy. The next issue is very simple. As we as a community acknowledge that Rabbi Casson is our chief rabbi, does that automatically elect his grandson, Saul Casson, to be the self-appointed chief police of fine protocol and censorship for our people? Was it a package deal? Is he paying a licensing fee for that role? Is he receiving a licensing fee for that role? Does anybody other than him acknowledge him as being in that role? I like his grandfather to know that he's making phone calls immediately introducing himself as his grandfather's grandson, and getting involved in situations he obviously doesn't have the wisdom, maturity, or facts to be involved in. That's the next issue we're going to confront in his grandfather's house. So maybe he will be more empowered to do so when his grandfather says, yes, I want him doing that, or less empowered to do so when his grandfather says, no, he's never been authorized to do that. That's the next issue. Let's go to the next part of this fiasco over here. The Image magazine, which has done nothing for our people in 18 and a half years. I think it's time for us all to collectively recognize that. All that magazine has ever done is embarrass this community by dragging our laundry into every butcher shop and dry cleaning and laundry in this community, dumping down issues of Image magazine with everything we should want to know about a community, our affluence, our exclusivity, our wealth, our lifestyle. We don't have enough problems with the ayin hara of the goyim around here. We have to have this uncontrolled process of dumping magazines that are ending up in the hands of every chaddamim and every who knows what in this neighborhood. Every truck driver who comes through to make a delivery should grab a free magazine off the floor and find out who went to whose wedding. Very interesting. We are now going to act to put Image magazine out of business. They have employed for the last 4 years at least this thorn in our side, this irritant, this cockroach, and allowed him to harass us and lie to us. And now there's declaration of war between SY Mall and Image magazine. How could that be resolved? Some people have written in and asked me. By the way, everybody except Saul Casson, the grandson of the chief rabbi, loves the story, and viewership is going through the roof, by the way. Let's go back to the question, how could it be resolved? We want this interloper from Image magazine, the owner of the magazine, who isn't SY by my understanding, okay? We want him to provide SY Moore with an apology letter in writing describing what actions are going to be taken about Sorcha and the harassment that we've been subjected to over here over the past few years and our customers have been subjected to. When we have that, we'll consider calling a truce. Until then, we're going to put him out of business. Let's go to happier topics, if there are any topics that could be happier than this one. Intercession vacation is beginning. I want everybody to be on alert. We got to keep an eye on the kids. It's nice we're having fun. It's nice we're going to be in the warm weather or the cold weather or the skiing weather. We got to watch our children. Pay attention. Know what their activities are. Know who their playmates are. I have a theory about colds and aging. I think you go all year, you don't age. But for that 2 weeks that you caught the summer cold, or you caught the winter cold, or you caught a cold in between seasons, that's what makes you old. That's when the aging sets in. Only during that time you're not feeling well. I have the same thing to say about kids, vacations, and problems. They could go 51 weeks a year with no problems whatsoever. And that 1 week on vacation, they're with the wrong kids and they got involved. 3-card Monte, Texas Hold'ems, Hasfish Shalom, marijuana, who knows what. Drinking, casinos. 1 week a year. So let's be extra alert. Not relax our alertness. Extra alert for this year, for this week, for vacation time. We have to be very much on guard. Happy birthday, Gloria Sarur Dweck. Best wishes to her parents, her husband Jamie, the whole family, the sister Patty. They got a few more people going on there. Jaime is the brother. Lovely, lovely people. Happy birthday to them. I'm Charlie Anthony with the Charlie in the Morning Show. I want your comments. Please, I want your comments. tomato@eggsalad.com. That's my email address, tomato@xsalad.com. Tune in tomorrow, we'll give you more.